So now we'll begin with the point that is vertically opposite angles. Now here you can see the two lines. Okay, so one is line PT and other is line SR. Okay, so these two lines are intersecting each other at point Q. Okay, and because of its intersection, children, four angles are formed. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so because of its intersection we are having 4 angles. Now just look at angle PQR. Okay, so this angle PQR is formed because of the ray QP and QR. Okay, so now the ray opposite to QP is what? QT, correct? And the ray opposite to QR is QS. And because of these two rays, which angle is formed? Yes, angle SQT. So angle SQT is formed because of ray QS and ray QT. Okay, and angle PQR is formed because of ray QP and ray QR. Yes, so as these rays are opposite to each other, the angle formed because of this ray is angle SQT, and that is opposite to angle PQR. So hence angle SQT is called the opposite angle to angle PQR. Okay, so the definition of what opposite angle is, so the angle formed, this angle is formed by the opposite rays of the arm of an angle. This is the angle, these are its arm. This ray's opposite is this one, this ray's opposite is this ray. Okay, so because of the opposite rays the angles are formed, and that angle is said to be its opposite angle. Therefore angle PQR is opposite to angle SQT. Both are opposite to each other, and PQS angle is opposite to angle RQT. So now write down the notes of vertically opposite angles in your CW. So now we'll study the property of vertically opposite angles. So you have to find out the name the opposite angle to angle PQS in the figure. So we have learned the concept, so you can answer it. That is angle RQT is opposite to angle PQS. But we have to find it or name it through the property. So here we have line. First we'll study the figure. We have line PT and line RS. Yes, children. So because of this line we are getting 4 angles. These two lines are intersecting at Q. Okay, and because of these two lines we are having 4 angles, and that 4 angles measurements are given to us. Yes, so first we will write its measurement. So measure angle PQS is equals to A. Yes, measure angle SQT is equals to B. Measure angle TQR is equals to C. Measure angle RQP is equals to D. Yes, so these are the measures of the 4 angles. Now we will have to find angle PQS. Yes, so we will take that angle. Yes, angle PQS. Now you will find the angle which is forming linear pair with this angle. Linear pair means they are adjacent also and they are supplementary. Look in the figure, angle PQS. Who is adjacent to this? SQT is adjacent. Now are they forming linear pair? Yes, they are forming linear pair because they are adjacent and they are supplementary. Also we have one more angle with angle PQS which is adjacent, which is that upper side. PQR. PQR is also adjacent and also supplementary. Yeah, means they are also forming linear pair. But we will take these two angles. Okay, so we will take angle PQS and angle SQT. Okay, are the angles in linear pair. Therefore, can we write angle PQS? What is its measurement? A. Yes. And angle SQT. What is its measurement? B. Yes. And as they are angles in linear pair, will its addition be 180 degree? Equals to 180 degree? Yes. So, A plus B means if we will take A plus B, will this be 180 degree? Yes. So, name it as equation 1. Is it an equation? Yes. So, name it as equation 1. Now, we will take one more pair of linear pair. Okay. So, now we will take same angle SQT. Angle SQT. Okay. Also, angle SQT, which is the angle, linear pair angle with this upper one. This is also there. Now we have taken it. Now the next one we will take, forward one, that is clockwise we will go. Angle SQT and angle TQR are angles in linear pair. Children, you write full form. Huh? So, now we will see angle SQT. What is measure of angle SQT? B. Yes. And what is measure of angle TQR? C. As they are linear pairs, we can add them, and what will be its measurement? Equals to 180 degrees. So, we can name this as 2. Now, look at equation 1 and look at equation 2. Yes. A plus B is equals to 180 degree and B plus C is also equal to 180 degree. Means both of them are equal to 180. Yes. So, from 1 and 2, can we say A plus B is equal to B plus C? Yes. Yeah. Both are equal to each other. Now, look here. On both the sides, on LHS and on RHS, do we have B common and both are positive B? Can we subtract B on both the side? Yes, B are same, no? Or take this B this side. What will happen? Will it become minus B and both B's will go? Yeah. In short, if we subtract B on both the side, what will remain? A is equals to C. Yes, why we are getting this? We are getting this because of subtracting B on both the side. So, by subtracting B on both the side, what we got? A is equals to C. Now, look in this part. Yeah, A means what? A is equals to measure angle PQS. Yeah, therefore, measure angle PQS is equals to, what is C? C means measure angle TQR. So, did we get? Measure angle PQS is equals to TQR. Are they vertically opposite? Is it proved? Yes. Are congruent. Congruent means what? Same. Yeah. They are opposite also, and this equal sign tells us that they are congruent. Means have same measure. Means if this is 60, then this will also be 60. Why? Because this sign tells us that measure angle PQS and measure angle TQR are congruent angles. Now, if PQS is equal to RQT, yes, or angle TQR. If these both are equal, then will angle PQR be equal to angle TQS? Yes, of course, if these two are equal, then this also will be equal to each other. Therefore, we can write also measure angle PQR is equals to measure angle TQS. Yes, that is angle PQR, means this upper one, and angle TQS are congruent angles. Means if this is 40 degree, then this one will also be 40 degree. So this is the property of vertically opposite angle, and through the property we learn that when the vertically opposite angles formed when two lines intersect, when these two lines intersects each other, vertically opposite angles are formed and they are of equal measure. Means if this is 20, this will be 20. So this is the property of vertically opposite angle. Now I think we have finished till the definition of opposite angle, the notes. So now what you will do, after writing that notes, you have to write these notes of property of vertically opposite angles. You can also take the help of page number 30 in your textbook, and after writing this property, children, a blue box is there. Now I know. Yes, above practice set 20. That blue box also you will write after writing this property of vertically opposite angles. We will begin with practice set 20. Line AC and line BD. See, here is line AC and this is line BD. Intersect at point P. Intersect at point P. Measure angle APD is equals to 47 degree. Measure angle APD. What is its measurement? 47 degree. So we have to find the measure of angle APB, means this one, BPC and CPD. Okay. So first what is given, that we'll write. What is given? Measure angle APD is equals to 47 degree. Okay. Now we know one property. Yes, what is that property of vertically opposite angles? What does that property tell? Vertically opposite angles are having equal measures. Means first find out the opposite angle. See here, APD is the angle. Which is opposite to it? Yes, angle BPC. So we can write angle APD, measure angle APD equals to measure angle BPC. It is because of the property of vertically opposite angles. You write the full form. Okay. So now if both are equal, means their measurement is also equal. We have learned that. Yes. Therefore measure angle BPC is equals to 47 degree. Okay. Now we will find other two, means this angle's measurement did we get? Now we will find of this one. How can we find? Are they linear pairs? Or we can find this also. They are linear pairs. See, straight line. So they are linear pair. Straight line, they are linear pair. Any one pair you can take. So now I am taking measure angle APD. We know this, na? So one we will take which we don't know. Either this you can take or this. We will take this. Measure angle APD plus measure angle APB is equals to 180 degree. What is the reason? Angles in linear pair. You have to write the full form. Now APD's measurement we know, that is 47 degree, plus measure angle APB we don't know, so write it as it is, and 180 degree. Okay. So now we will remove this 47 by subtracting. So what will remain here? Or this 47 will take to other side. So what will remain? Measure angle APB is equals to 180 degree minus 47 degree. Therefore, measure angle APB is equals to 180 minus 47 is 133 degree. So, two angles did we get? This one and this one. Yeah. So, now are these two vertically opposite angle? Means will they be equal? Yes. So, what we can write? Therefore, measure angle APB. Yeah. APB is equals to what? Measure angle CPD. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay. So, they are vertically opposite angles. Means will their measurement be same? Therefore, measure angle CPD is equals to 133 degrees. So, did we get the answer of all the angles? Therefore, answer is measure angle APB is equals to what? See here, APB 133 degree. Next, what was asked? Measure angle BPC. Here is BPC. What is that? 47 degree. And measure angle CPD is what? 133 degree. So, here our first sum is finished. So, now we will start with the second question, that is line PQ and RS. This is line PQ and this is RS. Intersect at point M. Measure angle PMR is equals to x degree. PMR is equals to x degree. What are the measure of angle PMS, SMQ and angle QMR? We have to solve it in same way, children. In the earlier sum number was given and in this sum alphabet is given. So here first we all know that is measure of angle PMR. What is that? X degree. Yeah. Now we know the property of vertically opposite angle. So which is the angle opposite to angle PMR? Yes. Measure angle PMR is equal to which angle? Measure angle SMQ. And what is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now, if both are equal, then their measurement is also equal. Therefore, measure angle SMQ is equals to x degree. So, did we get one angle's measurement? Now, we will find the other. Now, we know this angle's measurement. Yeah. So, this angle is linear to this one and this angle is also linear to this angle. Yeah. In previous sum, we had taken this and this. Is it? Now, we will take this two. Yeah. So, measure angle PMR plus measure angle RMQ is equals to what? 180 degree. Yes. That is this angles are angles in linear pair. Okay. So, now measure of angle PMR. What is that? X degree. Okay. Plus this we don't know, so write it as it is. RMQ is equals to 180 degree. Now we want to find value of RMQ. So this positive we will take to other side, it will be negative. That is, therefore measure angle RMQ is equals to 180 degree minus x. Yeah. Means, can we subtract alphabet from a number? No. Therefore, this value will remain as it is. So, what is the value of RMQ? The value of RMQ is 180 minus x degree. Now, which we found this angle. Now, what is the relation of these two angles? Yes, again, are they vertically opposite angle? So, can we write measure angle RMQ is equals to measure angle PMS, and the reason is they are vertically opposite angles. Use short full form. Huh? So, if this is 180 minus x degree, what will be this measure? Yes, 180 minus x degree. Therefore, measure angle PMS is equals to 180 minus x degree. So, we got the answers of all of them, that is measure angle PMS. What it is? This one, yeah. PMS is how much? 180 minus x degree. Next one is measure angle SMQ. Here it is. It is x degree. And measure angle QMR. This only, yeah. QMR is equals to 180 minus x degree. So here we have finished practice set 20. Write down these two sums in neat handwriting in your CW.